Have you ever been in a relationship where you gave everything, only to be completely betrayed? My story is about love, heartbreak, and discovering the incredible power of silence. My ex-wife Jenna and I were high school sweethearts. We built a life together, or so I thought. I worked tirelessly to provide for us, supporting her dream of opening a boutique. I poured my savings, my time, and my heart into her business, believing we were a team. For a while, it was perfect. Her shop flourished, and we were living the dream. But as her success grew, something changed. She started coming home late, smelling of expensive cologne that wasn't mine. There were hushed phone calls and a new, secretive glint in her eyes. I loved her too much to believe she could hurt me. The truth, however, has a way of coming out, and when it did, it shattered my world. One evening, I came home early to surprise her and found her in the arms of another man. The shock was paralyzing. It wasn't just the affair. It was the casual way she dismissed me. She told me she was leaving, that she had outgrown me. She said I was boring, that I didn't fit into her new, glamorous life. The most painful part, she claimed the business, the one I had funded and supported, was all hers. She laughed when I mentioned my contributions, saying I was a fool for not getting anything in writing. I was left with nothing but a broken heart and an empty bank account. The initial days were a blur of anger and despair. I wanted to scream, to beg, to fight. I drafted angry texts, planned confrontational phone calls, and rehearsed furious speeches in my head. But then a friend gave me some unconventional advice. He said, "Cole, the loudest thing you can do right now is be silent." At first it sounded crazy. How could doing nothing possibly help? But I was desperate, so I decided to try it. I blocked her number, deleted her from social media, and instructed my lawyer to handle all communication. No more late-night calls, no more pleading texts, no more giving her the satisfaction of my pain. This was the beginning of my journey with the power of silence. The first week was torture. Every fiber of my being wanted to reach out, to demand an explanation, to make her see how much she had hurt me. But I held firm. Instead of focusing on her, I started focusing on myself. I hit the gym, reconnected with old friends, and poured all my energy back into my own career. Slowly but surely, I began to piece my life back together. A few weeks into my silent treatment, something interesting happened. I started getting messages from mutual friends. Jenna was apparently confused. She had expected me to fall apart to beg for her back. My silence was unnerving her. She couldn't understand why I wasn't fighting for her. She started sending emails, first angry, then apologetic, then desperate. They went straight to a folder I never opened. My lawyer handled the legal side of things calmly and professionally, while I remained a complete ghost. This lack of reaction was driving her mad. Her world, which she thought she controlled, was spinning out of her grasp because she couldn't get a response from me. She had thrived on drama and my emotional reactions, and without them, she was lost. Meanwhile, my life was improving in ways I never imagined. Freed from the constant stress and drama of my marriage, I felt lighter, more focused. I got a promotion at work. I started dating again, meeting a wonderful woman who appreciated me for who I am, not what I could do for her. I was building a new life, a better life, on my own terms. The silence wasn't just a tactic to get back at Jenna. It was a tool for my own healing. It allowed me to detach emotionally and see the situation clearly. I realized I had been enabling her behavior for years, always giving in, always trying to keep the peace. By going silent, I took back my power. I was no longer a pawn in her game. I was the one who had walked away from the board entirely. The final act of this drama came a few months later. I heard through the grapevine that Jenna's business was struggling. It turned out that her new man was only interested in her success, not in her. When things got tough, he left. The boutique she had sacrificed our marriage for was failing without my steady support and business sense. One day I received a letter. It wasn't an email this time, but a handwritten note delivered to my office. It was from Jenna. She wrote about her regrets, about how she realized she had made a terrible mistake. She said she missed me, the real me, not my money. She begged for a second chance, asking if we could just talk. For a moment, a flicker of the old feelings returned. But then, I looked at my life now. the peace, the happiness, the genuine love I had found. I picked up the letter, walked over to the shredder, and dropped it in. I never replied. My silence was the final answer. It wasn't about revenge. It was about self-preservation and self-respect. I had learned that sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is to say nothing at all. It allows you to heal, to regain your strength, and to move on to a future you deserve. Her chapter was closed, not with a bang, but with the quiet, dignified turning of a page. I had finally learned that my peace was more valuable than any argument I could win. By choosing silence, I chose myself. And that was the greatest victory of all. For anyone going through a similar heartbreak, remember this: your energy is precious. Don't waste it on people who don't deserve it. Sometimes cutting off all contact isn't about punishing them. It's about protecting yourself. It creates a space for you to heal and rediscover who you are without their influence. You might feel weak at first, but with each day of silence, you'll find yourself growing stronger. You'll learn to rely on yourself and find happiness from within. It's not about ignoring the pain, but about refusing to let someone else's actions dictate your emotions and your future. Focus on your own growth. Reconnect with your passions, spend time with people who lift you up, and build a life that you are proud of. The silence you give to others is a gift of attention you give to yourself. And in time, you'll look back and realize that the end of that relationship wasn't an ending at all, but the beginning of a much better story. You are the author of your own life, so make sure you write a happy ending for yourself. You deserve it. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it gives some of you the strength to choose yourselves and find your own peace. If you've been through something similar, share your experience in the comments. Let's support each other. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories about overcoming life's challenges. Remember, you are stronger than you think.